Alright guys, so these are the Clinical 02s. It has more bass than the original Zeros. It's still a $20 IEM, so technical performance isn't amazing. Overall, 5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Okay, but seriously, I wish I was joking, but that's pretty much it. It's the original Zero, but just with more bass slapped on top. Now, Crimman claimed it has more resolution, but honestly, it's around the same. After the bass boost and decreasing the treble from the original, it evens out the playing field. You're not going to notice a difference in resolution going from $20 to another $20 set, or any of the other, budget IEMs really. If I were to nitpick and AB, the Clinical 2 side by side with the original, I do notice slightly heavier note weight and a little bit smoother while maintaining the same technical performance. You get more bass and better bass texture without losing the resolution from the original Zero. The new driver pretty much acts to balance out the extra low end because stage-wise, the original still feels more open and less congested to me because there's just less bass in your face. Don't expect a noticeable bump in terms of actual resolution, but if you only have around $20 to spend and you want a fun, bassy Harman set, then the 02 is a pretty good choice because it actually has the most low end out of all the other budget Harman diffuse wheel sets without, becoming bass head levels of bass. However, if you can stretch your budget a little more to $40, then the EW200 is a direct upgrade all around in terms of resolution, the build quality, the cable quality, and of course the sound. You should only be getting the 02 if number one, you want more bass but you don't care for having better resolution, or number two, you don't have another budget $20 IEM like the Wanar or the Choose. But if you do have the original Zeros or something similar already, then the EW200 is the way to go in my opinion. And for those who want a cleaner sound, so less bass and low end, you actually want to avoid the 02 and save up for the Sonus instead, which is overall just much cleaner and also a bump in resolution. Compared to the Chew 2 and Tantrum 1, the 02 has less air, overall smoother with more focus on the low end, and the bass feels more impactful, but because of that, the Crin 2s feel smaller and less open in the stage. Likewise, versus the Wanar, Cadenza, and Hola, the 02s have less gain and air, smoother, and again, prioritizing the low end. On the other hand, the EW100P, the G10, the Q5 are all going to sound cleaner, airier, more balanced with better vocal clarity, but again, not as fun and engaging and not as smooth as the 02s. And aside from the Q5 and the EW200, which are both a bump in terms of overall technical performance over the $20 IEMs, with the Q5 being cleaner and more vocal focused, and the EW200 being bassier and just, a better all-rounder, all the other $20 IEMs will have very similar, if not identical, technical performance. So guys, please don't base your decision off of resolution in the same price bracket. If you want a clean and neutral sound, go for the EW100Ps. If you want a vocal focus set, go for the G10 or the new ZIIGAAT Newell. They're both very similar, whichever one is cheaper. So probably the Newell, they do the same thing. And the Newell actually has better note weight, so yeah, probably go for the Newell. And then if you want something airier while still having a good amount of bass, then the Tantrum 1 or the Chew 2 would be great picks. Personally, I like the Tantrum 1 better because it fits better, it's less sharp, and it's more comfy to my ears. So yeah, whichever one works for you. They both do the same thing. And then lastly, if you want a bassy set, so even more bass than the Tantrum 1 but less sharp and open, then that's where the 02 comes in. So yeah, it has a lot of competition because now that I revisit the Blonde Z300, it's just a better version of the 02s. Similar amount of bass, better treble extension, way better build and cable, and actually comes with a carrying pouch, and you can get it on sale for around $28, probably even less, which is more expensive, but it is more worth it in my opinion. So I'm not sure why they decided to release the 02 now in late 2023 after the market has already been like way oversaturated, right? But hey, if you like the design, sure, go for it. It's pretty cool. You also have the Takstar, which is a traditional V-shaped IEM. It's literally a V-shape, very energetic, lots of bass. Obviously not the cleanest and most balanced. You can hear the masking in the treble. But hey, if you like V-shapes, it's decent and it's only 18 bucks. So again, a lot of variety and competition for the 02s. But my favorite pickup this time is actually this. A headphone. Yeah, I know. They're actually really nice for the price. I think it's around $68 or something, and it's super comfy, light, not tight, doesn't clam my head in, and it's not as heavy as hell like the Sundara and the other heavy headphone. The overall sound texture is also very close to Harman 2018, so a very good all-arounder, but can be a little bit shouty at higher volumes. There is a peak in the 2K, 3K, 1.5K region, so I just EQ down the 2K by around 3 decibels and it's good to go. The bass is also more dynamic than the IEMs at its price because, you know, the driver is 4 times bigger and the stage also feels more open by nature of the design. Treble extension is also decent. There are some small peaks and dips, but it's not jarring or anything like that. And at the same time, it's also super not airy and detailed. It has enough detail, fairly easy to drive, and overall, I would say it's around the same level as the EW200 in terms of technical performance. Maybe not as detailed, but the imaging is very accurate, center imaging, and the low end and stage is just better because it's a headphone. So yeah, shout out to the Pro 82s. It's a very pleasant surprise. I also want to talk about the ZIIGAAT CINNO, whatever you want to call it. It's a very unique set. The separation is pretty insane. Like, I never heard details and instruments this like spread out as I heard on the CINNO, but the stage does feel a little bit dark in certain areas. It feels like the instruments are too separated and they're too spread apart or, you know, pushed away from the vocals, and it feels a little bit out of place but also kind of incoherent at the same time. So I'm gonna take some more time to listen to it and I'll get back to you guys in my Supernova review. But yeah, if you wanted more bass from the original Zeros, then there you go. That's what the 02 was made for. And aside from that, everything else was just, you know, just okay, right? It's $20 IEM, right? But the Pro 82 really surprised me because it sounds pretty good for $68, and it's very comfy and not, you know, doesn't make my ears sweat like crazy like all the other headphones, and also doesn't hurt my neck because all the other headphones are like super heavy for whatever the hell reasons, right? But yeah, pretty nice. Aside from that, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see everyone in the Supernova review.